after the last season, we have to think what we have to do. This was the first. If Ingemar asked me, "Come you back to Sweden?" I said, "Okay." And we talked together, and then we thought we need a strategy. I saw how it was last year. We cannot do the next years also. It was not. So we have no future. And then we made the decision. We start total new, in principle. We made a new system. We built up a coach team. We are 4 coaches. They have 5 coaches with me. They have to stay in Östersund. And our vision is that we build up something for the future, that it is not happens again like it is often in Sweden, that you have some stars and then it goes really down. It is in many sports. So if you think track and field or tennis or table tennis and so on, it was up and then it goes down, and it is why the system works not. We have a good system in swimming. It's really exciting. And then we had an idea that we work together with Ski University, and we bring all the athletes, or nearly all the young athletes, to Östersund, that we have a central training camp in principle. This was one thing. The next thing is we support a lot of athletes in this year, in a national team around 25, and with the Ski University together around 40. And the idea is that we look in this year, we look for talents. We cannot think that we have in this year the big results. We support a lot of young talents and look who has the capacity to be a world star. One thing is, a small country like Sweden, we have to bring our money to the really talents, and not like it is often in Sweden, so social, every little, here little money, here little money, here little money, here little money. And this, so we cannot work if we want to compete on highest level of sport. But so was the plan in this year, that we look for talents and we support the young talents. We have some really good talents, and we found some. And this is a positive effect. Positive was also, we have now the Swedish Championship in massor. We had 30 girls and 30 men, and I have to say in a woman we have I think 25 girls was around 19, 20, 21, so in a really good age, and for this age they have a really good niveau. Of course not.
About the massor we did
on Sunday,
this week.
yeah, the Swedish Championship. And by the men they're a little older, but there was also some talents what we have. So for the future I think it looks not so bad. It can be something. The plan for the next year is we make the team smaller now, and of course we won't go with 2 teams to the Olympics. This is really tough. You need 2 top 6 results, but I think it's possible. And then of course that we have a really good team 2019. The time, I think it's enough. Then the athletes are in a good age, with 23, 24 years, they can bring world-class results. This is the vision. In the practice it works so that we have 3 fixed coaches in Östersund and 1 in Norway. He makes the junior team, and I'm in Ruhpolding, but I come every month, 1 week to Östersund, and we have over the new media. It's no problem. We have every day in the morning over Skype a conference that we, and with Polar and so on. We have we have the training under control. It doesn't matter where they are in the world, they have to send it and we have it here. We can look today how they trained, we have it in the computer. This is in now the place where I live, it's not a problem. And this is the future. What we do in this season, we hope that we have some surprises, but we have only one world elite athlete, this is Lindström, of course, and for him the goal is to make some podiums and a top 10 in a total World Cup. This is our front man. On the women's side, I think we have, the young girls are, if they make points, then it is a great success. Bettan, we have to see. She can make, if she makes some top 20 results, I'm satisfied. After our selection was so for the World Cup here now, we made not the American selection, we made a mixed, we looked the training, we looked some races, and then we made a coach meeting and then we decide. And we sent, I think it's international 15 or something. This is a lot for us. We have only, you have to know that we have only 4 places in the World Cup. We was in the Nation Cup number 14 and number 15. And then we have in the IBU Cup 5 places in Idre. It's our home IBU Cup. So we gave a lot of athletes a chance to start international, or we give. I say now the names for the World Cup. Now we start, we go with Fredrik Lindström, Elisabeth Högberg, Mona Brosen, Anna Magnusson, Emma Nielsen, Peppe Femling, Jesper Nelin, Ted Armgren, Tobias Arvidsson, and Lynn Persson. These are the 5 and 5 fixed for the World Cup. Then the best from the IBU Cup, each, both men and women, come also and take our 6th place. It is to the IBU Cup goes Daniel Gustafsson, Torsten Sternersen, Simon Holström, Theo Söderholm, Christopher Eriksson, Sarah Nordstrand, Olga Alfifratis, Johanna Skottheim, Ingela Andersen, Victor Olsen, Gabriel Stegmeier, and Hanna Öberg. What we do also, we have some young talents, really there is a big hope for us. Sebastian Samuelsen, he's 18 years old and he won the sprint on Sunday on the men's side, but he's too young for the World Cup. It's no idea to bring him now in this World Cup race. And Sophia Muir, they go to the Middle Europe IBU Cups for a practice to learn that they have some international competitions. This is in principle our team. I think there we have nearly everybody who is able to compete international. Yeah. But this Julia Jansson, she's not able now. She's not ready now. No. She's no idea. But she has a chance. It is not so that the season stopped now. If she show more and more in the winter time, then we can talk. But actually, it's no idea. Yeah. Okay.
There are some totally new names for the team. Do you want to mention something about, for example, Jesper Nelin? That is
Jesper Nelin, he goes a sprint in Östersund. He's in our eyes, I won't not say a super talent, but a really good talent, and I think he's ready for the World Cup. He is a really good example. What was our hopes that we find one from our system. So it was where we start the system. We have no names, no titles, and it was a hope that we have some diamonds in Sweden. That Sweden has not this sport system. In Germany, they come with 17 years in a professional system, and then if they are 22, 23 years, they are top or they are out. But in Sweden, you never know. The parents have maybe no money, or they have they study, and then they was sick, and then you don't know really. And Aline is this example. I heard from a friend, maybe Leif Andersen, I have somebody here. Can be maybe, and then we take him in a team. I think it was a big luck for him. Can be also for us a luck. He has 3 pass keys last year, and it's a good story in Aline. The boxers say in Aline, then they call me, he has to be really strong. I say, why? With his keys, he has slowly, I say not the brand, but I said, okay, maybe this is a diamond. And then I asked him, how was it with his keys? I take always the keys of my girlfriend, but she is maybe 20 kilos lighter. You think it is? It's a kind, maybe my feeling said me, this can be something. It has not to be, but it can be. And then he made some really, he was Swedish champion in sprint, 40 seconds before Lindström, so goes. Maybe it's this boy what we need for a future.
A new name also is Linn Persson.
Linn Persson can be also something. She was last year junior, was top 10 in the junior world championship. Can be. We have to look now. I don't know really the situation in the women's side. It's tough to. We have no really international vergleich. We cannot look. We have to see now the World Cup. Then we know.
Men's side you can compare with Fredrik.
With Fredrik, we have a very elite athlete, so we know if they come nearer to him, this is positive. But by the woman, we have not. It is nothing. So really, and then you don't know. It's always with the skis and so on. And this is difficult to say. But I think we have a really good junior team by the women, and they have talent, this I'm sure. But how good they are, we see next week. On Sunday we know more. We hope, but I won't hold the ball flat here.
We have another new name is Olga Lifovets.
Yeah, she was also, yes, a really good story. She came from White Russia, Belarus. She was, nobody talk about her. And then I saw her in a training, and I asked her, what do you want? She said to me, I won't go to the Olympics. I said, okay, this is a good story. How are you? I'm Olga. Okay. Then she was, I said, go to Idre, I go to Torsby, there's a Swedish championship, we see more. Then she was number 2 and number 3 there. We take her directly in a team. I made an interview with her. I have experience with Russian, I know how it is there. And we explained her, we have no money to support her, that she get income, we say. Also, in Russia, every athlete get a money, month's money, like a salary. This we have not, but we can support her. And then from August she's in a team. She has no contract for pools and so. 3 pass keys. I think can be also something. And then I looked a little in the internet. She was 2007 as a junior quite good. And that was a really good age. So, and now I think I have a big hope for her. It's also something what we found in the big Swedish country.
She lives in Sweden.
She is a Swede. She is 7 years. She lives 7 years in Sweden, and she compete 5 years not so really. And the last year she had the operation, and was so interested. It was a typical Swedish situation. Yeah, that sometimes in cross country you see it. In cross country then come a name, and he's Lars Nelson. I know not so before, and then he was Olympic champion in the weekend. So he was not so popular. And then this is a typical example what was our goal to find and to look. My principle was no names, no titles. It doesn't matter for me. Göteborg, Kiruna. The name is not if they have money or not. We need hard workers and talents. And this, I think, we found some.
One part of this selection has been the competitions that we did
Yes.
last Sunday and Saturday, as you mentioned. And one name that's interesting from there is Daniel Gustafsson, who
Yes.
got 2 podiums.
Yeah, he was good. He was good. We have to see now. He get a good chance in Idre. I think it's for him the right stage. We have to be a little careful also that the World Cup conference is so hard. You can get also a shock. And if you are always number 80, then it is not positive for your psyche. And so, and I think the IBU level is the right level for him. And what I say, the best from Idre, from the first day where there is a conference, comes to us. So the chance is open. Everybody can take the chance. No problem.
We will start now with this Sunday. We will start with a single mixed relay.
Yes.
Det är alltså en dam och en herre som kör då i laget, och sen är det mixstafetten där det är 2 damer och 2 herrar. Hur tänker man, inte kanske laguttagning, men hur tänker man kring de här stafetterna nu som huvudtränare?
Well, it's you know, for us the situation is easy. We have to take every chance where we have a chance to make a good result. And the mixed relay is one of its Olympic competition. It's for us really important that we get SOK support. And the goal is if we make top 10 in this year, then it is good for us. We have to be realistic. I make not the mistakes that I talk here from the big things. I think it's with this team what we have now, it is the strategy. If it goes with 19, 20 years old athletes in a World Cup, then you cannot expect that you make the big results. But if we want in Olympics, if you have to think so. If we hold the older athletes with 26, 27 years, they have 6, 7 years World Cup experience and they never make a podium. Then we cannot think, now comes Pichler, he is a god, and they make a step from 2 classes. They make it. If you train 8, 9 years professional and you make no really progress, you can forget it. And then we have to take our energy and we have to believe on the young people. And they are not so strong now. But we have to build them up if we want a good team, 2018, 2019. And of course, I know, I get a lot of hits in this winter. We make not this super result. But for me, it's much more important that we make progress, that we see the younger athletes come nearer to the top. And I know, for a good example is Germany. For 2 years, they have a really bad season, but there was junior world champion in the women relays. And this year was exactly with this relay there was world champion. Then the young athletes make often so big steps that we can hope that we have 2018, 2019 a world-class team. And this is my plan. I cannot hold these old athletes. This is not my thinking and my strategy. I give the energy, and we all, what is our plan, that we support Lindström, that he has a world-class support, and the others, the energy on a lot of young athletes, and then we look.
When you compare old athletes with young talents, you often talk about capacity.
Yes.
Capacity.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Could you
I want good
break that down?
skiers. Easy. Fast skiers we need. What should we do with athletes? They shoot 0-0 and then they are number 45. Helps not nothing. Sweden need winners. We was used to make medals and not to be on a 30th place. And if we see, if Anna Magnusson, for example, make a 30 place. Then it's a super result. And this let me hope that she's next year number 15 or number 10 maybe. If we compare Helena, she was number 8 in the Junior World Championship. Then next year, in the first year senior, she was around number 15. And 1 year later, in the second year senior, she was number 4. And she won a World Cup race. It goes fast then. Yeah? And this we have to plan. And not give the money and the energy and everything on the older athletes. For me, it doesn't matter if now, if they are a little better, the older athletes. I take the young. The older athletes have a lot of chances. It is not so that they got no chances. They got a lot of chances. There was 4, 5, 6 years in the World Cup. No podium, no top 10 result. What should we do with this? We need it. And if I compare with 2002, we was in a worse situation. And we start with a young team, with young was good, Olofsson a beginner, then we, and then 2006 we have a gold and a silver medal, and was nearly the biggest surprise in men relay, that we was near a medal. Yeah? And so we have to think a little. Yeah? And there was not, I think at this time we have not the better talents as now. Yeah? We have some extra. But this is not in this year. This needs 2-3 years. I'm sure that on the men's side, we make a surprise in 2 years. A big surprise. We have some really diamonds.
My last question, what does it mean for the team, do you think, that they always have the premiere in Östersund, in Sweden, on the home ground?
It's a super. Of course, it's a little stressful for them. But what you want? If you want to be a world elite athlete, then you have to use this stress. This stress is nothing against the Olympic stress. In Olympic is stress, or in a world championship. But in Östersund, everybody is friendly, kind. It's no problem. And in the future, where we saw in the last years, we was made always good results. So we had a lot of victories there. So I think it's not a problem. It is nice. We can be proud that we have one place like Östersund, where we have always the season opening. It's a big success. It's not so easy to get today a World Cup race. It's a hard fight. If you see in Middle Europe, we have 30,000-40,000 visitors in Czechia, and they have every second year, but we have every year, and we have the biggest program. Östersund is only where we have, how many races 8. We have? 8 races now. We have 8 competitions.
World Championship, 11.
It's a small World Championship, and it's what in Sweden also not so really known, that the people know. I think in Middle Europe is biathlon so popular. The whole world talk now about Östersund. They wait for Östersund. If you go on the internet, you see the team for Östersund and the start now. And everybody is look so forward. They wait so for the opening and how is the form, and it's great success.
And the conditions in Östersund now?
It's a dream.
Yeah.
Swedish dream. You can write. We'll be in Östersund. If we have one podium, then we will be really happy.
Yeah. Okay.
We won't build up a really system that it cannot happen like now, that we have nothing. Or nearing, we have a Lindström. But in principle, it has to, we won't build up a system where it goes like a factory, we produce talents. And this means that we have the ski gymnasium, we work together with the ski gymnasium, now the connection is better and better and better. Then they come to the ski university, and from the ski university works together with biathlon Östersund, with the federation that we have. This is this is in Sweden, we have here not this government support. In Germany, only example, we have police, army and Tull. These 3, they paid everything, and they bring the talents with 17 years, they get a job, they get a salary, and then they train professionally. This we have not in Sweden. And our problem was before, after the ski gymnasium, they fall in a hole. And especially in biathlon, it's not so cheap. If you have no parents that to pay, then it will be more difficult. But now with the ski university, we have a kind of support, and this is, we have to find our own way. We cannot look on Norway. Norway is different, and it's a big mistake if we look always on Norway and we want to do so. Then we are always second. If you follow somebody always, then you'll never past him. We have to find our own way, and we had done it before. But now the time changed, and we have much better situation now. We have I think for a future, it is a really good situation in Östersund. We have everything, a really good stadion. The Verbundet grows really up. The ski university is maybe one of the best in the world from this, labor and everything. We have, it's on us that we work together with them. Then Östersund is a city where they can study. This is also advantage. And this system we have to follow and make better. And then I think in the future we have, what Ingemar said, we have now much more clubs, and then it goes better, it comes on. I think in the future we have to be not afraid. Okay? If we have a system. If we fall back to the 90s, then it's out.
One of the signals was these numbers of starters in some
really
races.
Nice, really nice. I was really happy when I saw the system works. If you saw the field, normally Bettan is far away from the others. But now it was small. And behind her there was young athletes. She was not the best skier on Sunday or on Saturday. And this is a positive thing. And then for me the positive thing is that we have not now one, we have maybe 10 girls. We know it not now so exactly. You cannot say it now after 5 months, this is a super talent and this not. But there is a couple of girls where I'm sure they are able to be, maybe not the superstars, but girls for a relay where we can make a podium. The superstar, this goes not so easy. Comes not on the trees. We cannot pick up them from the trees. We have luck. Or we had luck with Forsberg, with Olofsson, with Ekholm. This was luck. Hard work and luck. But now, I think, maybe there is some. But this we have to see. But it's really positive. But I can talk now and say super, super, then comes the first race and we are number 35 and everybody says shit. so is it not? This is if Bettan is 35, then I say okay, this is not so. But if a young girl is 35, then I say great.